So today we've seen in Canberra a bunch of Greens and independent MPs calling for the National Parliament to get involved in that silly posturing we've already seen from local councils around the country by declaring a climate emergency.
This is about making sure that Australia is less likely to be facing severe bushfires, less likely to be having severe droughts. We are barely a week out of winter and Australia is burning. We've been warned that our rivers are drying up and we are facing record drought.
Yep, we are a land, of course, of droughts and flooding rains, Adam. That's as it's ever been and ever will be. Former Liberal leader John Hewson is among the crowd of virtue signallers in Canberra today. He's been claiming on radio that natural disasters are on the rise when the evidence just doesn't support that at this stage. And he's also offering free political advice, which is kind of weird given politics was never his strong suit.
I mean, we have to focus on the magnitude of the task in this country. Although we are one of the highest per capita emitters in the world, we of course have a global responsibility as one of the, I think, the second largest exporter of fossil fuels in the world, LNG and coal. So I think we need to start thinking about our global responsibilities as well as our domestic challenges.
Great. Attack our largest exports as well. That's good economic advice, isn't it? They don't explain why, though, why Australia should do this and how it can make any difference to the global environment when the rest of the world is doing next to nothing. But if you're looking for the very definition of virtue signalling, that is people taking sanctimonious positions to make themselves look good, but without actually doing anything useful, following their own advice or paying a price, then look no further than Zali Steggall. She, of course, beat Tony Abbott at the election with her full-on climate alarmism and climate action campaign backed by Get Up and other activists, but she still drives a petrol guzzler. Today, she backed the climate emergency push, but was still resisting a personal switch to an electric vehicle.
I, like every other Australian, have budget pressures, mortgage pressures. I don't just have a summer money ready to buy a new car whenever I'm ready.
Apparently, Steggall wants the government to subsidise electric cars so she can afford one. Perhaps there's an ideal re-election slogan for Steggall at the next federal election. That is, of course, that the people of Mosman and Manly should do as Zali says, not as she does.